back to the Squared Circle with Daphne.
And Nick, guys, go ahead and Seth Rollins stop into that subscribe if you're on YouTube. Follow from the talks. We need themselves. Also, do not forget about a WrestleMania 40 shirt giveaway. One person will win one shirt. We'll pick one person at random. All you gotta do, it's super easy. Comment, like, subscribe. We'll message you via the comments if you win, and we'll get the logistics for the shirt to you that way. So
All right, well, get your popcorn ready and maybe use one of our wrestling belts to strap in because we're diving into the Smackdown episode that it had as much drama as like a telenovela, I would say.
yeah, Mexican one. You would know all
Mm-hmm.
about that.
Yes, I do. And in that in that theme, we're going to start off with Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar. Mysterio started the match definitely still dizzy from spinning so many times in his entrance because he showed a little bit of ring rust. We saw two moves that Mysterio um, obviously botched. And Santos did an excellent job of giving Rey time to get up, compose himself, and continue the match. Despite that, we saw Dirty Dom sneak in, disrespect his father again.
Where's the chancla?
That's the real
Where's the
question.
chancla?
You know, I wouldn't be mad if we saw him get spanked by his dad again
Yeah.
at
Yeah, I
WrestleMania.
think I would like that a lot, actually.
That was so satisfying last
Yeah.
year. Anyway, ultimately the whole thing cost his dad the match. Classic Mysterio family drama.
Dom, I'm your poppy, by the way. Anyways, we're going to jump to some men's tag team action. Grayson Waller and Austin Theory versus Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. This was less of a tag team match and more of a who can tag out before getting their spandex out their butt crack contest. Theory and Waller snuck a win like they steal the last piece of cake, if you catch that drift. But let's be honest, Theory and Waller are not going to lose this match. That 12-man ladder match is going to need the young guys in it because with all those falls off ladders, it's going to get dangerous. So
Oh, absolutely. In the women's corner, we had Naomi versus Io Sky. She was busy backstage laying the smackdown onto Bailey again and was handing out whoopings like they were a buy one, get one free. Io then finally shows up to her entrance fashionably late. Despite the interruptions, Io lands the over the moonsault with a grace of a swan dive into a lake of victory. Bianca Belair came out running in the defense of Naomi, but again, it was not enough. The segment ended with Damage Control stomping on Bianca and Naomi and then standing tall. It was 4 against 2. Bianca and Naomi did not stand a chance.
not in that segment, that's for sure. So in more men's tag team action, we saw the Street Profits versus the Authors of Pain. This was the kind of match that makes you think, why do you guys love to get hurt? Because really, there was a lot of slams. Montez Ford had a funny spot where he cleared the ropes to body slam the AOP, but the AOP caught him in midair. Montez was bleeped out while saying, holy sh... I'm not going to say it, but that's what he said. And then was powerbombed on the floor of the arena. Ouch. Ford was still able to pull off a sneaky win out of his hat after taking that bump. Street Profits advanced to face Waller and Theory for a spot in the 12-man tag team match that will be on this week's SmackDown. So,
Prediction with that, I think Theory and
yeah,
Waller are gonna end up winning.
probably.
That
We'll
seems
see.
likely. Anyway, we had a hilarious segment where KO delivered a 2-for-1 knockout special to Pretty Deadly backstage. It was the comedic highlight of the night. It made us wonder if he's considering a tag team match with Orton against Pretty Deadly. Orton said that he was down for it.
Yeah.
I
Orange.
thought it was pretty funny.
It was. It was.
Yeah.
Closing the show, we had the verbal WWE equivalent of "My friends are better than your friends" between Rhodes and Reigns. The segment was 25 minutes long, and the whole time they were just talking about how there was a lot of betrayal on both Roman Reigns' side as well as Rhodes' side. It really only got good in the last 2 minutes. It also seemed like both men did not keep their "I will show up alone" word. We had Reigns that had Jimmy and Solo come out of nowhere like an RKO. Meanwhile, Cody had King Inks, Jey Uso, who was feeling very oozy, and a very zesty Seth Rollins awaiting his word. The final segment zoomed up on Reigns, looking like he was about to poo his pants, and Cody with a little smile waiting to see it. So
Yeah, it was very, very, very satisfying. Honestly,
Mm.
we were cracking up.
Only in the last 2 minutes, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the first literally 23 minutes, it was kind of
oh
dead.
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last 2 minutes made it.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, SmackDown was decent. We got technically two more SmackDowns until WrestleMania 40. So now for Monday night, rolling.
Again, now it's time for Raw, guys. If you noticed, I'm in different clothes. It's a different day. We have a busy schedule this week, so different day, but same episode. So here we go. Monday Night Raw. The American Nightmare Cody Rhodes opened the show with a passionate vow to win the WWE Universal Championship at WrestleMania right here. But it only intensified when The Rock came out. You know, The Rock just came out, did his 5 minute intro, entered the ring, whispered something in Cody's ear, and then made an exit without any other word. This moment kind of set a high bar for the episode and foreshadowed an ending that we would not see coming, especially with Rock being on Raw. So
Yep. Um, Ricochet kicked off the in-ring action for the night with a win over JD McDonough. The match showcased both wrestlers' talents and hinted at Ricochet's future push. It was exciting, had lots of audience engagement, and was definitely the in-ring highlight of the night. Ricochet has such an athletic and high-flying moves. It's so impressive and just so cool that you just can't look away the entire time that he's out there, especially when it's embarrassing Judgment Day and making them look like total rookies.
yeah, he did
So,
have a lot of sweet moves out there.
hmm
So then the next segment, we had our friend CM Punk return to the Allstate Arena, and he was met with just absolutely adoring fans. The energy was really supportive from here because he's from Chicago. It was in Chicago. He had some verbal exchanges with Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins, which escalated their rivalry, and it's kind of culminating into an announcement of Punk join the commentary team at WrestleMania for McIntyre's and Rollins title match. This was a standout segment. It was one of the standout segments for the night. The banter had so much comedy baked into it, with Punk commenting on his kilt and Drew warning him that it's 2024 and he could get canceled. DM Hunk is also giving us performance of a lifetime with his heel persona. I love it. The segment ended with Drew losing focus of the real threat he faced and paying the consequences via a kick to the head. And then it was followed by Rollins giving him the stomp, and Rollins walks out, and people were singing his song. It was epic, but I will say Drew's commentary when he was talking to Punk was spot on.
it's
He
hilarious.
said to Punk, "I don't want to go in the ring with you because I know you Chicagoans, and you guys are probably hiding a weapon in there." It was pretty vicious
He's
and
funny.
funny.
He's
Um,
taking a page out of the Rock's book.
I think he's going harder. It is Attitude Era-ish, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, next we had Ivy Nile face Candice LeRae in a brief match that started during the commercial break. Kind of tells you how interesting they find them. Though the match was filler, it did work to further LeRae's heel turn. So it is pretty obvious that WWE is pushing Candice to become a heel who has to win by any means necessary, including faking an injury to steal the win. We're really starting to see her relationship with Indy Hartwell crack, and I don't think it'll be too long before we see a match between the two teammates.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's coming. So in the men's tag team division, we had the tag team match that was between DIY and the New Day, which was disrupted by Judgment Day. I know New Day, Judgment Day. It's just so many days now, leading to a no contest. This segment aimed to hype up the six-pack ladder match at WrestleMania. This means 12 people, but it felt somewhat lacking at this point. Judgment Day just kind of seems like a afterthought and it's kind of a joke. You know, they're not fully on a losing streak, but in the singles they are. And I think the humiliation that JD got via Ricochet is starting to mess with them and kind of foreshadowing their downfall. So,
Yeah, they're losing to Ricochet a lot.
mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Andrade had his victory over Giovanni Vinci, who was filling in for
Ivar.
Ivar, who was not medically cleared for this week. It was a solid match. Continued Andrade's winning momentum. Andrade is looking really good, and while we still don't know what direction his story is headed, we do have the promise of a great and cheeky performer. Notable moments of the match include Andrade stopping himself from going through the ropes and
Mm-hmm.
striking a pose. That was awesome. Giovanni also gave Andrade a chest slap so loud that I actually think the entire state of Illinois heard it.
I definitely heard it.
Yeah, it was
Through
loud.
the speakers and through the window. I was like, whoa, what's that?
Yeah, great match. I can't wait to see how his story develops. Also, we had Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley's heated exchange only intensified their rivalry ahead of their WrestleMania title match. It was full of personal jabs and physical altercations that had everyone on their feet.
Mm-hmm.
Except for Dominic Mysterio, who was laid out by Becky's right hook. It was awesome. Even better was watching it back in slow motion. It just feels so right.
It just feels so good. It just looked perfect. Watching in slow mo, you see Dominique's jaw realign.
Yeah, he got his face rearranged for sure.
Yeah, it was actually pretty cool. Then we had Bronson Reed stealing a win over Sami Zayn thanks to the distraction by Gunther. Gable in the pre-match even warned Sami at the beginning of the match about Gunther and his mind game tactics. This kind of just added some heat to their WrestleMania storyline. Hopefully, we can see Sami catch some gold against Gunther, but I guess we'll see that. The main event saw Jey Uso defeat Shinsei Nakamura in a well-received match. This ending included everyone in the bloodline besides Roman Reigns. Go figure, he's never here. It's honestly hilarious how The Rock has showed up more times this year than Roman Reigns has, especially when he's holding the belt. Kind of ridiculous. The aftermatch segment with Cody taking on Jimmy and Solo while Seth and Drew were battling out was absolutely insane. The segment ended with The Rock, who saved Jimmy and Solo, and The Rock just started going in on Cody's. We're talking trash cans. That wasn't even the worst part. So this happened backstage, and then at the very end of The Rock and Cody segment, The Rock took Cody out in the pouring rain on Cody's own tour bus, threw him into the bus, bloodied him up, got Cody's blood from his head coming down, and wiped it all over a customized weightlifting belt that said Mama Rhodes. You know, this is 100% Attitude Era stuff. The Rock was even cursing in it, which got bleeped out. And that's like not allowed. Blood and cursing in WWE back in the day was not allowed, but now they just don't care. Now I guess it's gonna
Seems
have to
like
go
it.
PG-13. And really and truly, like pure cinema. Like everyone knows this is fake, but at the end of the day, it was like watching a full-on action movie torture beatdown. It was crazy.
It's fake?
No. Oh wait, no way.
You
I
just ruined it all
know,
for me.
right? I didn't even know it was fake. It's not fake. It's real.
It better be.
Yeah, real.
It better be. Nah, but it's funny that you say that it's like they're gonna be making it PG-13 because like literally earlier in the night, I think it was CM Punk like said something to Drew about it being PG.
Yeah.
No, Drew said it to CM Punk. That's
PG, yeah.
literally earlier in the night. He was like, "Hey, this is PG." Not so much, huh?
Not so much.
Not
No.
so much.
Mm-mm.
Overall, the episode of Raw was heralded as one of the best in recent memory.
100%.
It was skillfully blending storytelling, in-ring action, character development.
Shakespearean, I will say.
Yeah,
like just
this week's episode of Raw for sure.
The whole DM Hunk and CM Punk, and then Ricochet's match, and then that end segment, Shakespearean.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we had a lot of character development. It really is setting the stage for WrestleMania 40. The Knight's efforts were pretty amazing. I would say I would give it 9 out of 10.
Yeah, 9 out of 10 for sure.
Yeah. It was a show that was not only entertaining, but it really, really, really is hyping up WrestleMania 40 to be one of the best ever. So
it has to be. It's WrestleMania 40. So.
Yeah.
Guys, don't forget again. I know we said in the beginning. Go ahead and Seth Rollins stomp into that subscribe button. We had a short that just came out 2 days ago about Rhea Ripley doing the stink face and got us some followers. I mean subscribers. Excuse me. I think we're at 180 now, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So go ahead, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe. Any last words, Stephanie?
See you next week.
Bye.